I am Natalie. I teach the Art of Handbalancing today here in London, where it is very windy, which is why my fringe looks weird. We are almost ready to do a real push-up, and even with a weird fringe, let's start with a warm-up. Roll your shoulders backwards, and you can bend the knees a little bit as well here, just to get the shoulder line going. Really big circles. If you have been doing this every day in the past 11 days, you may feel as if your shoulders are getting a little bit more bulky, and that is very normal. And let's roll to the front. And that is why it is also important to stretch now if you are doing more strength-based training. So feel free to stretch after these classes. Let's step the feet apart here into a wide straddle and swing the arms from side to side, activating the spine and the spiral in the body. Okay, great. And stretch up once as high as you can. And together with me, bend the arms, push the arms to the front, shoulders come to the front. Draw the elbows back. Push the hands front, shoulders come to the front. Draw the elbows back. 3 more times. 1 and 2 and 3. Very good. Meet me on the floor for a core exercise that we have not done before yet. And this is what it looks like. You've got the hands interlocked behind the head, and then it's elbow to opposite knee, elbow to opposite knee, and thus we go for 20. So once you've tried that a couple of times, take a breather, and then we start together, interlocking the hands behind the head, and it's left elbow to right knee first. Let's go for 20. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Fantastic. Lower everything down and then turn round to your front. Meet me here in a completely stretched out position. Let's lift arms and legs for 20. Really squeezing the butt and straightening the legs. And let's lift off for 20 now for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take the arms to the side. Stay here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Place the hands just right next to your shoulders here and lift off into a baby cobra position. And here you are trying to use your arms as much as possible, supporting yourself as much as possible, squeezing the elbows into the side body, into the ribs, and lift up and really actively push into the ground. Hold it here with me for 5 more seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, and lower down. Let's do that one more time. Really actively pushing into the floor, fingers spread, and remember to squeeze the elbows into your side body, into your ribs here. Let's lift one more time and lift, push, 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 push. Stay here with me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very good. Okay, great. One more time. Arms stretched out in front. Lift the arms and the legs together for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms by your side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Come and meet me in a 4-point position. Really dig your fingers into the mat here and rock back and front, warming up the wrists. And really identify your maximum movement range here, and then try to push it a little bit further. And I recommend that you keep your elbows here as straight as you possibly can, so that you get a good even push into all fingers and the whole surface of the palm. Okay, great, very good. Let's do our activation exercise here in a 4-point position. Once, collapse the chest. Push the shoulders into the ground and collapse the chest. For 2, collapse the chest. For 3, collapse. For 4 and 5. Very good. Okay, great. Before we take it here now at the end of week 2 into one big burst of strength in a actual diagonal push-up, let us do something we haven't done so far at all, which is just pay a little bit more attention to your elbows. So I invite you now to put your arms here out to the side and create isolated circles just with your elbows, warming them up, because sometimes it can be a little bit sore on your elbows if you are starting to do push-ups. So here really try to isolate this circle in the elbow, which means I'm not moving the rest of the arm, but it is a circle that's just happening, isolated circle in the elbow. One direction and the other direction. Great. Very good. And come and find your position against your push-up table. Let's just do 2 times 10 today and then do a push-up in a diagonal position on the floor. So now here place your hands and push your shoulders away from the ears, and let's go for 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. And let's circle the elbows one more time. Isolated elbow circles. And other direction. Very good. Let's do another set of 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. Very good. Very good. Now let's come down again into a 4-point position and just have a look at the angle that the normal knee push-up here requires. So I am bringing my hip basically a little bit further front, and you may also have to walk the hands a tiny bit further to the front. So now bring your hips into a diagonal position here. So it is kind of not like a perfect straight diagonal, but it feels to me as if it feels like I'm very straight here across the front of the body, and that's what it should feel like, because it should be an equivalent of your plank position here. The plank that you will be in once we start doing proper push-ups next week. So bring the hips as far as possible to the front. The further you bring them here to the front, and they shouldn't be more than a straight line, so they shouldn't be hanging towards the ground here. But the further you bring the hips to the front, the harder the push-ups are going to be, because basically this is all about how much weight do you transfer from your knees to your arms. And I sometimes like to say this is kind of like a collaborative effort between your arms and your knees, slowly handing over more and more weight to your arms. So, for example, if you find these diagonal push-ups still very difficult, then it's up to you to stagger this at the speed that you need this to progress. So, let's say you can't quite be here yet, then you start off here with us, and then you repeat this episode here a couple of times until you slowly, gradually can bring the hips a little bit further front. So, okay, I'm going to end my monologue now, and let's try to do 5 diagonal push-ups with your hips as far front as possible, but not further than a total straight line. Now, let's just do one push-up, remembering to push the shoulders away from the ears. And 1. Let's do one push-up, remembering to draw the stomach in towards the spine, keeping the ribs in. And 2. Let's do one more push-up, remembering to squeeze the elbows into the side body here. And 3. Fantastic. Great. So with all of this, I hope that you are ready now to do with me together 2 sets of 5 proper diagonal push-ups. Let's go and not think about it too much and just go for 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5. Very good. Take a breather and stretch the arms out to the side here, stretching the muscles out that run across the front of your shoulder. Very good. Well done. Let's do one more set. And bring the hips to the front as much as possible into a diagonal. Let's go for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Very good. And stand up. That's it. That's it. I hope that I have given you a small moment of surprise and a little success here. Let me know how this went. Let's just do a little cool down here, swinging the arms from side to side. And this seems like a small thing, but if you've managed to do this, then you have just done your first push-up on the knees, which is a very, very big step towards an actual push-up, and actually not that far away. So let's keep the real push-ups for next week. And tomorrow we have a stretching day. Thank you very much for practicing with me throughout these 2 weeks, challenging yourself, building strength step by step. If you like this type of work, also have a look at my Couch to Handstand course or at my Vimeo handstand courses if you want to integrate your new upper body strength to learning handstands. And thank you very much. Have a lovely day.